First of all, thank you very much for having me here. I'm proud to be here with you today, and I also have to apologize because I don't have a video, and I will also be way less technical and not at all hardware focused. So I hope you will still let me stay in the room. Thank you. I'm representing more the open collaboration here today in this room. My name is Ildikó Váncsa. I recently joined the OpenStack Foundation. We just have our large summit right across the street. My role within the foundation is ecosystem technical lead, so I'm helping companies to embrace open source and be able to succeed with OpenStack, both from usage perspective and also from community collaboration perspective. Quick question: how many of you are familiar with OpenStack? Oh, quite some hands. Amazing. Then quickly, for those of you who didn't raise hands, so OpenStack itself is an open source cloud platform, cloud computing system. As you can see on the slide, we are providing the base set of services as compute, networking, and storage. We are supporting several hypervisors like KVM, Zen, or VMware, and this cloud platform is capable of running above a standard set of hardware resources, and from northbound perspective, we are offering a dashboard and a de facto set of APIs. Beyond this, what you see on this quite high-level diagram, we have several services under the OpenStack umbrella. So from software package perspective, OpenStack is kind of a puzzle or like a Lego. So you can pick these base set of services to have your cloud up and running, and after that you can decide what other services fit into your system, so you can kind of build it really on demand and to fulfill your use cases. For example, we have a really interesting project which is about to optimize the workload. So the service is actually capable of reconfiguring the workload in order to provide kind of a green computing. So you can remove the VM instances from compute hosts and then shut down those hardware resources which are not needed to serve the load on the system. As I said, OpenStack is a cloud platform. It is actually a software package. Even if we, as the community and the foundation, we are not the vendor of this software package, but we are very interested in seeing how OpenStack as a platform operating on the market, because this is what drives our community, and we would like to ensure that those of you who are using this cloud platform are successful with it. Therefore, we are continuously running a user survey with which we are reaching out to more than 2,500 users in the time period of 1 year. It is still not a comprehensive market research, but it is already a really good set of data to see where we are and where we are going. So I'm proud to say that we have 65% of the OpenStack deployments in production today, which is about a 33% increase compared to the last survey. So it seems that hopefully we are doing something good. The survey is also used to check that what our users think about our cloud platform, which services they are using mostly, which are the project services and also new technologies that they are interested at. You can see that these 2,500 users are kind of all around, from all around the industry, and serving, OpenStack is serving many use cases. There are many private and public clouds running OpenStack all around the globe. I don't have the map today in this presentation with me, but you could see red dots, many in North America, many in Europe, more and more popping up in the Asia region as well. And I'm also proud to say that after 6 years of creating this community, we are now reaching out to other segments of the industry, like telecom. And you can also see that we are opening to research and big data as well. For example, one of our, let's say, oldest users is CERN. So we kind of have a really good feedback on what workload OpenStack is able to handle, and what are the next challenges for our community. And also with telecom and NFV in the picture, we are continuously looking into new areas and new technology like IoT or mobile edge computing. So kind of the horizon is infinite for us and this community. Going back a little bit to our user survey, we are also asking about that why people are adopting OpenStack, why it is a strategic decision for them that they are running with this open source cloud platform. And as you can see, standardization, even if it's not the traditional way of standardization, is still very important, and not just for the telecom industry and the telecom part, but for the whole IT. As OpenStack is offering, as I said, a set of REST APIs, and it is used very widely, we can be sure that what we are producing is tested, and not just tested automatically by machines, but actually tested by users, either in their proof of concept and test labs, or in their production environments. So what we put together, all the services are capable of operating all together, and the whole architecture works out. So with this way, we are speeding up the process of introducing new features and new services, because we are spending, let's say, so the traditional way of standardization usually is that there are many people in the room with many sheets of paper and trying to figure out what's the perfect architecture and how the interfaces should look like. And after that, it works out on paper, they go into implementation phase. Here we are changing this flow. So first we put together the architecture and the working code, testing it, seeing how it works, and in parallel with this process, the standardization in the traditional form can start. And when we see that it works out, it can be documented and called as a real standard. One of the things which is also very important for us is interoperability. So you can see that we have a nice stamp here which says OpenStack powered. This represents a large set of tests. So all the vendors who have OpenStack powered, who have their products marked with OpenStack powered, their products ran through these tests successfully. So those who consume those products can be sure that they are not trapped. There's no vendor lock-in anymore. So where they see these stamps, they know what APIs they can expect and how they can work together and interact with this system. So maybe partially this and the other things that I mentioned already can or led us to the stage where I can say that half of the Fortune 100 runs on OpenStack. So showing you a few examples, we have Walmart, AT&T, China Mobile, State Grid of China, and Volkswagen in the list of our users. And what's common within all these companies is that they are all the largest in their market segments. So the largest retailer, mobile company, carrier company, power, and car manufacturer. So jump a little bit even further from technology. I'm sorry again. I think I say it almost every day, but it's really all about people and culture. So you can have cool technology with you. It could enable many things and the next steps, but if you don't put the cultural changes into the game, then you might still not get that benefits and demands out of that technology as you would expect. So one of the examples that we like to use is a user who came to us with the challenge that from the point of having working code to the point of delivering the software to their customers, they spent 44 days with it. So they thought that most probably the issue is purely only technology, and most probably if they are using cloud, that will just solve all their problems. So they went ahead, consumed OpenStack, they spin up their cloud environment, everything went quite well, and then they started their process with all their expectations, and they got down to 42 days. But they had a really amazing cloud platform with them, I can tell, and still 42 days, so it's not even visible in percentage. So what could have been the problem? So they used the same way of processes and business processes in-house that they used to have. Like in order to spin up a virtual machine for a developer, they had to fill out a form, go through the security department and the networking guys, and everyone had to sign it. So basically they still couldn't get there to leverage all the things that the underlying technology could offer. So they went back to the drawing table again, and they revised their processes and how they are working internally, and they figured out how to work out the network segments, how to make everything secure, and how to automate the whole process of getting to resources. So finally they could get down to 2 days, and by the end even to 2 hours. So this is something that can show you that it's really not enough to look always into just to technology, because it's really interesting, it's really cool, but sometimes you also need to look into all those processes that you are using internally in order to be able to keep up with the market and the market changes and keep up with the pace. And as I'm here as a representative of an open source foundation and a large open source community, I would like to also share with you all the benefits that open source has, because as I just showed previously, we have representatives from all the industry, like we have telecom, we have enterprise, we have many use cases, and users, operators, and the developers can work together to evolve the cloud platform that we have. And this way, we have in the roadmap, on the radar, way faster all the new technologies and all those things that keep all our members excited these days. Like, for example, what we have popped up latest. Of course, containers are still hot topic and very hype, but beyond this, we also have mobile edge computing or IoT and all the big data use cases that will keep us busy. But we have both sides in the room, so we can already kind of give feedback and think about the next steps all together with the users and developers. So it's really all about collaboration, and I'm really out of time. So my message to you is to have an open mind and also try to think about how to be more efficient internally and how to build an ecosystem around you and around OpenPOWER to have a successful future. And I have 2 more slides, really, just to highlight that we have an event running just across the street. It ends tomorrow, and our next one will be in North America next year. So if any of you would be interested in OpenStack itself from a more internal perspective, then come and visit and enjoy. Thank you very much.